Yeah.
Welcome to WiseTake DFS podcast. I am your host, CK013. You can find me on Twitter at CK_013. And I'm joined here by my man Patio Joe. You can find him on Twitter at Patio Joe Ref. That's REF. You can also find his article, Straight Cash Homie, every Monday through Friday. And once in a while, if you're lucky, he may pop in there on the weekend. And he's helping you out with your cash plays and your small field GPPs. We're also joined, making a second appearance on the WiseTake podcast, by Eric, a.k.a. Eric Keiser. You can find him on Twitter at Eric Keiser. Eric is our data degenerate. Yes, he's the man behind the model. He's the guy who actually builds it all for us. So he puts it all together. He's the guy that spends all the hours looking at the numbers and putting it all together for you on this wonderful, wonderful table that we have here. Eric, how's it going, man?
It's going wonderful, man.
Awesome. Patio Joe, how we doing, bud?
I am doing just fine. I'm having a good night, and hopefully Mr. Gio can do a little bit better. But besides that, everything's going well.
Yeah, man, looking good. It's I was saying apparently I didn't get the memo. Apparently.
He did not get the memo.
I didn't get the memo.
Did not.
I didn't get the memo. The tank tops and hats, I didn't get it. I got the hat part, but that's always a given. I got long hair. I don't feel like brushing that shit. Anyway, hey man, hopefully our subscribers did well today because we all three of us were on the same page with Garrett Cole in the live stream today. I know Garrett Cole is in both of your articles. I think he was in the Hot or Not too, and I know Q's on the pod. Like he was a little hesitant about him, and then we talked. And the next day, the first thing he said to me was, "I'm with you on Cole now." He dug in a little bit. He was like, "I think I'm with you on Cole." So that was cool, man. The Mets, we would have liked a little more, but they did get it going. There wasn't a lot of teams that got their offense going completely. Paulie talked a lot about the Baltimore stack, and you did too, Joe. So good times, man. Good times rolling.
Yeah, we had good with the Mets too, and the Orioles. We hit that.
The Dodgers. We talked about the Dodgers, being low. We talked about specifically. We talked about Seager and his lefty on lefty and all that, hard hitting, exit velocity stuff that Eric put together for us.
Yeah,
he's having a good night.
Yeah, it was crazy too. When I looked at it earlier today, probably right before lock, LA was slated to score the most FanDuel points as a team. I think they were slated to hit like 105 or something like that as a team in FanDuel points, and they did not go as high on as I thought they would.
Yeah, well, you know what it was? We were talking about on a live stream that people were going to get mad at them from the night before. They should have crushed Miguel Gonzalez, and they didn't. People are still thinking the Dodgers can't hit lefties, not realizing they have. And like that's kind of the credit to the whole StatCast like XOVA stuff that we've transitioned the model with, Eric, is the fact that like we're looking like maybe a guy's average isn't good, maybe a guy's WOBA is off, but like we can see by the X stats of like based off how he's hitting the ball, his launch angle, how hard he's hitting it, etc. It gives us a better idea of like if he's gonna come around or not. And I think that's kind of been the case with a lot of these Dodgers against lefties. You'll notice some of them have higher X stats. Joe, in your cash game today, you you wrote him up in the value section, a double dong for Kike. So you're a Dodger fan, you're a Dodger guy, you're out in LA, so they're starting to come around. They're starting to hit these lefties now.
Yeah. I mean, right, they're the hottest team in baseball right now. They're the best team in baseball right now. So, especially with the Diamondbacks and the Cubs making these trades these last few days, the Dodgers have got to keep up. Because as for Dodger fan, I could care less what they're doing right now. They could win every single game until the playoffs. If they don't make the World Series, it's a terrible season for me. So it really is. So they've gotten so far in the last 4 years. If they don't make the World Series, it doesn't matter. Like it's not like, just happy to be here now. No, I'm sorry.
No, I hear you.
Like there's so many prospects over the years that we've kept because these guys are can't miss prospects, and we can't trade these guys. And kept Bellinger, and that's good, but Urias is done for the rest of his career.
Brutal.
He's and we could have gotten so many other pitchers right now. So I'm still mad at them. I don't like the front office. I like what they're doing, but until there's a ring, don't mean nothing right now. So it's been 30 years. I'm ready.
Hey man, I hear you, man. I'm a Met fan, man. I got the tease twice, and that's it. Since my existence on this planet, I got in the tease twice. We got beat by the Yankees back in the Subway Series, and then obviously the Royals. That's it. That's the closest that I've seen. But I was born in '88. I think what they won 86, and then they went there in '88 and didn't win. So '86. So the last time they won the World Series, I wasn't born yet. So I feel you, man. I feel you.
88 is when the Dodgers beat the Mets in the playoffs.
Thanks, bro. Thanks, Joe.
Yeah.
Thanks. I was born into
they
the
called
Dodgers
the game.
beating
I think they called the game in Chicago.
Did they?
Yeah, they said the Dodgers win, so that's 11 in a row.
All right.
Yeah, it's over.
Nice, man. Nice. Eric, what team are you a fan of? You're out there in Tennessee, and I know you're from Texas, right, originally?
Yeah.
So what do you look for baseball?
Big fan of Atlanta.
Atlanta.
Yeah, I'm near Atlanta, so
okay.
I get the Atlanta mojo. I'm a big fan of them. Also a big Rangers fan.
Right.
But I don't want to talk about them. I haven't been able to talk about them for years.
Yeah, no. I totally get it. So, for DFS though, the Rangers are fun. They weren't today, but like in general, like they're one of those teams that they're fun to play in DFS. Like the Mets are not, because the good thing is if they're doing good, they hit home runs. The bad thing is if they're not hitting home runs, you're not getting squat. So but the Rangers are one of those teams that's usually fun to roster. They got all those lefties, and they got Beltran on. They got some good. Anyway, we only got 5 games, man. We're only gonna talk about the main slate. We only talk about slates 5 games or more. So the early slate is out, and you guys ready to?
Perfect, and that gives us time to play the new game that I want to call 5 questions with WiseTake guy, and we're gonna start with Eric Keiser. I got 5 questions for you, my man. CK don't even know what I have. Okay,
I have no clue.
It's the first thing coming out of first thing. I just want you to know. Okay, so 5 questions. All right, right now are you looking at me? E? You there? You ready?
I'm right here.
5 questions. Let's see it. All right, here we go. 5 questions. Biggie or Tupac?
Tupac.
Favorite movie?
Top Gun.
Favorite all-time Brave?
Tom Glavine.
Favorite all-time wrestler?
Hulk Hogan.
Tits or ass?
Ass.
That's 5 questions with WiseTake, Eric Keiser. Back to you, CK.
Wow, the gauntlet right there, and real quick too. Right. And real quick, that was Eric. Good job, man. You didn't hesitate not once, man. You were just being real right there. He's just I
really didn't have an option.
I feel like if you asked me, Joe, I'd have been like, oh, no. I'd have just been oh, man. Decisive. I like it, man. I like it. Wow. That was great.
I like keeping you on your toes, CK. That's the thing.
Yes.
Because I know, because I can't see you when we're talking. All I see is the owl.
That is correct.
So I'm wondering what is your reaction going to be right now. So I love it.
We'll get a print screen here of him dying laughing.
It is always such a pleasure to have Patio Joe on any show, live stream, podcast, anything, write-ups, any format you get to read, especially on Twitter. You guys have to be following this guy on Twitter. It's anything this guy says, you want to hear it. You want to hear it.
Unless you're trying to build a data model.
I'm just cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Sounds good to me.
Yeah, write it up. Let's go.
Yeah.
That's it, man. That's it. Oh man. All right, man. So should we start talking about this thing?
Okay. Yeah. Let's start talking first before we start. Really, in the serious note, we're not playing the early slate, but if you are, $2,400, Jay Bruce. It's a pricing mistake. He is priced $2,400, and he's facing Lance Lynn. He hit over $400 off Lance Lynn. So play Jay Bruce tomorrow.
Yeah, definitely. And he's one of those guys where in cash games, he's gonna be probably 80 to 100% owned. And if you don't have him and he hits a home run, you are going to be hurting. So in cash games, 100% Joe. That's what you do. That's what you do. You see, you find it, you recognize the play, you deliver it. That's what Patio Joe does.
That's what,
Tell him. That's what I do. Tell him.
that's what I do.
That is what
That's
you
what
do.
I
You know,
do.
you know what else you do that was awesome? Because the podcast people might not know. Those of them who didn't subscribe, blowing up Paulie's spot. That was fun today on the live stream about the hashtag phone number thing. Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
That was good.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
That's what I do. That's what I do. I find it, and to be honest with you, and make a true story. First time I was with my wife, she said, "You find it quicker than I do," so we can move on. So
That's why she's an ex-wife.
that's a true story. No. She's my wife. She's still my wife. That's a true story too. She's gonna hate this if she ever sees it.
Oh yeah.
But she doesn't watch. She doesn't watch. So.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Shit.
All right. She doesn't watch this. Probably better off.
No, I might just play it. I might just play it for her to like get mad at me. But it was funny.
Okay, so now it seems boring to talk about Cole Hamels now.
Yeah.
Doesn't it?
Like, who wants to talk about
I know,
Cole
right?
Hamels?
Like after all that, like I want to go back to these 5 questions. I'd like. All right, Cole Hamels, lefty from the Texas Rangers, visiting Wade Miley, lefty from Fuego's Baltimore Orioles.
All right, you want me to go first?
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna like the Orioles tomorrow. I'm gonna like the Rangers. I'm gonna still keep going there. I'm sure in one of these days the Rangers are gonna just go off, but they have good BVP against Wade Miley. They hit 315 as a team against him, so I definitely wouldn't mind loading up on some Rangers tomorrow. And as the Orioles, they're really hot. They've scored over 10 runs in 2 games in a row. I don't think Cole Hamels is what he used to be. So I think if you want to go with, I wouldn't maybe suggest a full stack tomorrow, but I do love guys like Scope, Machado, Jones, Trumbo. Maybe not 4 of them. Maybe a mini stack of a Scope, Machado, or Scope, Jones, or what have you.
Yeah, definitely. Eric, what do you got for us here?
Yeah, I'm right with that on the Baltimore side of it. When you look at, assuming that they put out the same or very similar line that you've got today, the team's hitting a 332 xOBA versus lefties, and Hamels is got a pretty dismal 346 against righties. Machado at 399, Scope at 396, even Chris Davis with the reverse split at 349 and a 50% hard contact rate over the last 14 days is just ridiculous. Caleb Joseph 381, 94 mile an hour exit velocity over recent. So, I mean, I'm not going to say that they're going to put up another 10 points, but all signs would point to Baltimore having another great opportunity to go off, especially with, if you look at some of Hamels' numbers over here with, he's on the road. He's only averaging just over 5 strikeouts a game. His BFIP, and for those who don't know what BFIP is, it's his barrel FIP is 21%. That's outrageous. So it's going to be a really good spot for Baltimore.
Yeah, man. I totally, real quick before you talk about Texas, I totally agree, first of all, with the Baltimore take and the Cole Hamels take. But did I just hear you say 10 points instead of runs? Did I hear that slip up?
Yeah.
Did I hear that slip up?
Yeah. Well, you did.
Okay.
That's just because my boss has got me starting to work on NFL stuff, and so it's just switching sports.
Touche. I just had to call it out real quick. Touche. Continue, please, sir.
Yeah.
Tell us about the Texas Bats.
So on the flip side of it, Texas as a team is pushing out a 304 xOBA. There's not a whole lot really going on with them. If Trinos is back in tomorrow, I will likely be pretty high on him. Gallo is just crushing right now with a 96 EV in his playing time, which is pretty ridiculous as well. Shinso Chu, 349 xOBA, he's doing pretty well. I really hate to try to jump back on a Texas stack after today, but it's a perfect spot for them to jump back. And Wade Miley's not that great of a pitcher. So, I'll be a little bit more in tune once I get some fine tuning numbers on the Vegas side. But this is going to be a great game to stack, especially on the shorter style slate for sure.
Yeah, man, I'm totally with it. It's going to be hot. I'm sure if you're in the premium chat tomorrow, I'm sure Cuse will be giving you all the ADI, VMI. All that other weather, stuff. We appreciate it, Cuse. And then obviously, got to check with Paulie with the umps. Paulie's the ump guy. What he does. And we know what Joe does. That's what Paulie does. Paulie does umps. Paulie ate these. Okay. Michael Fulmer of the Detroit Tigers visiting Danny Duffy of the Kansas City Royals. It's gonna be 99 degrees. Am I seeing that right? Joe.
You were seeing that correct.
Yeah.
What you got here, man?
Well, Fulmer's on the short list of pitchers tomorrow that you're going to look at. I really like him. He's kind of like, he's a very boring kind of pitcher. He's not going to, flashy strike out 10 guys, but he's also going to get you a QS almost every time. He's pitching a team where it doesn't hit him very well. He's in a good ballpark. I don't mind him. I might not be totally on him, but right now he's one of the few pitchers that I'm looking at. On the other side, he's facing Danny Duffy, a lefty, who is kind of just coming back off of his being on the disabled list from a strained oblique. So you could see like his innings are going up. His last two starts, he went his last three starts he went 5 2/3, then he went 7 innings, then he went 8 1/3. His last start against Texas at home. He didn't strike out too many, but if he can give you 8 innings tomorrow, I don't see it's not bad either. So both of these pitchers are in play. And if you want one of these hitters as one-offs and cash games and stuff, I don't mind it. Guys like Castellanos, Kinsler. As for on the other side, Perez is always good, and Kane, Merrifield, but. Generally speaking, though, I'm probably not really going to hit this game. Maybe one of the pitchers, though.
Okay, Eric, what you have here for us?
Yeah, I'm gonna stay right on that with Joe here. Fulmer's got some really good numbers. His xOBA versus either side has actually been really good. So I think that that. In contention with his BFIP, he's got a pretty high swing strike rate. It looks like it's going to be a really good spot for him tomorrow. When we start looking over at the other side of the ball, Detroit's lineup today was really, really bad. xOBA wise, I think it was like 289. If they put out something similar tomorrow, then it'll be, fairly exciting, I guess. But we'll see. At this point right now, I'm going to be fully on Fulmer.
Fully on Fulmer, yeah, I'm with it, man. We saw Verlander, which surprised me today. Verlander shut down the Kansas City pretty good. He's getting the strikeouts and all that stuff. I definitely think Fulmer's in plays. xOBA numbers all good versus lefties and righties, both under 300. That's always nice. I have a little more. I think I have a little bit of interest in like Miggy. Like I don't even know about the full Detroit team, but obviously they've been playing well against lefties. Like that's kind of why we've seen this resurgence, right? Like they didn't do squat today. It was a righty. They did good the last 2 games, I think, and they were against lefties the last 2 games. So there seems to be some kind of a correlation. And like Eric's gonna like this one, but Miguel Cabrera, despite the fact that he seems to never get hits anymore, he does have a 458 xOBA to lefties. So it just seems like eventually, before the season is up, he's gonna hit a home run off a lefty again. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be like
happen.
It's gonna be like 100 degrees, man. And like Duffy's not bringing it this year. His xOBA to righties is it's not like terrible, but he ain't really bringing it. You know what I'm saying, Joe? You know what I mean?
I'm in there.
He's all up in there.
Yeah.
Michael Foltynewicz of the Atlanta Braves. We just found out of Eric's Atlanta Braves.
Yes.
It's the showdown here. Visiting Brandon McCarthy of Patio Joe's Los Angeles Dodgers. Oh.
It's
yeah,
on.
I'm gonna look into this, and maybe Pauly D is gonna talk me off of it. Okay, and this he could. But the Dodgers are the hottest team in baseball, and I'm a Dodger fan, so hey. But I got a little bit of love for a guy like Foltynewicz tomorrow that nobody's gonna have. And he's 7,600. He's really cheap.
I did not expect that at all.
I know. I know.
What?
I know.
I was expecting this to be like a homer off right now.
No. I believe it or not, Foltynewicz is sneaky. He's had some sneaky good starts like this year, and like people like we've tried to gang up on him before, and we've gotten burned. So it's like maybe it's just like I'm just I'm just going to throw you out some. He's had 55 against Cincinnati, 43 against Philly. He threw up 37 against Washington. If he gets you 37 tomorrow at 7,600, wouldn't you be happy with that?
Yeah. No. Yeah, absolutely.
So, I mean, obviously his two starts against Oakland and Milwaukee, 55 and 45. We love picking on them because they strike out a lot. But that doesn't mean the Dodgers can't strike out. They strike out just, just he has to he's got to avoid the 3-run home run. So maybe I'm crazy, but he's had some sneaky good starts this year. And on the other side, the Dodgers are starting McCarthy. He's one of the guys they never last long enough. So there's only really two Dodger pitchers that I really, really like rostering, and right now it's Kershaw and Wood.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and on the other side, I can't, if you want to stack up against Foltynewicz too, you could. I'm not saying don't, but I think that you can look at it both ways. That's why it's a GPP only play. But I think the Dodgers are going to be popular, so you're going to get, Foltynewicz at really low ownership.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
Really low price and really low ownership. You're right. Folty's been. For me, I usually only play him when he starts at home. He seems to do a lot better when he's at home, but. That's either here nor there. And he's going to be one of those pitchers that he's either going to come out like a fireball tomorrow and just be drilling it, or it's going to get really bad and really quick. Now, the flip side of it, Atlanta's been really hot as well. And they're getting themselves in the chase. So, I expect to see at least a hard-fought game. I'll be interested to see what happens with Freeman. He left today because he was sick, or he started his period. I'm not sure.
Vaginitis.
Vaginitis. Somebody go deliver the man pawn. But no. So I mean, Folty's. He's done pretty well. He's averaging a little bit over. Almost 9 strikeouts a game on the road. His BFIP's a little bit high for me at 11.5. Depending on how many lefties the Dodgers throw out tomorrow, I mean, he's got a 312 xOver versus left and a 276 versus right. So that's going to be interesting. On the flip side of that, though, McCarthy, with the hottest team in baseball, everybody's going to be on the Dodgers because they just hit 11 straight. They're playing at home. Folty's not that well known. He's going to be super cheap. People are going to be super, super off of him. And they could be very well right. McCarthy's almost at 7 strikeouts at home. His BFIP's really low. He's not getting hit all that hard in his starts. If you can get somebody that's only getting 3 barrels or an average of 3 barrels, I mean, that's pretty fantastic. So this would be clearly a GPP option all the way around the board. I'm pretty sure that CK is going to agree, but this game could be a high scoring all the way around. or it could just get one-sided. It's going to depend on how Folty comes out in that first inning.
Okay, I got one other thing. This is just stuff that we've talked before too on these podcasts. Is the Braves played this afternoon, and they're already in Los Angeles. They're chilling right now at their hotel
With their
calling up escorts right now. That's what they're doing. They're waiting for the escorts to get there right now. Okay, that's just the way it is. Okay, they're right now. I know exactly. They are at LA Live right now, right next to Staples Center. There's honeys everywhere. I'm telling you right now. Freddie Freeman is getting ice on his wrist and he's getting a Hummer. I'm telling you, he's doing something like that. All right.
He's buying a Hummer.
That's something's happening. He's getting a Hummer. Okay, like they're chilling right now. The Dodgers, they're still just in the locker room saying, "Hey, we won 11 in a row, and we're in Chicago, and it's midnight." So, do you see what I'm saying? Like, they're not going to get into LA until what 3-4 in the morning.
Coming out from what, Chicago?
Off of already a big. They were in Miami and now Chicago. Yeah,
and now it's midnight, and they just called the game.
Exactly. So I'm saying they're not going to get to the airport till 2 or 3 as it is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean.
Well, I mean, it's only 9 on the West Coast right now.
Yeah, it's 9 o'clock. So I'm saying they're not going to get home until 3 or 4 in the morning. Yeah, they sleep, but I'm just saying it's the first day back. They've been gone for 10 days. I think maybe it's a time where you can get a team kind of napping.
Yeah, you know what's interesting about what you're saying is in the sports betting world, there's people there's like a thing. It's not so much I don't know about baseball, but like in basketball, right? There's always this thing about teams that go on road trips and their first day back. The first day that they're back, like if they have a day off, that's one thing. But if the day that they're back, they're playing. Think about it. They've been away from their family. They're human beings. They've been away from their families for X amount of time. They come back. They got to hear from the wife. Oh, did you know Billy Bob did this, and that, and Sarah Jane did this, and that, and like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they got to hear it all, and it's like you just traveled, and now it's right to the game. And it's like so like I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Like
there's definitely a game theory there, but the game's not till 10 o'clock tomorrow night.
Right. It's just like baseball players are very regimented. Like they have regiments, right? So things like this just kind of throw that thing off a little bit. It really does. And like one thing that we know for sure, like I'll feel comfortable on a 5-game slate saying the Dodgers will be fairly chalky. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm sure that Texas will get some love too in Baltimore, but the Dodgers, because they've been so hot and they just put up 11 runs today against Rodon. And who do people like to take from the Dodgers? Seager, Bellinger. You know what I'm saying? Peterson, like the lefties, right?
Haley. Oh, yeah.
Folty, everybody says, Folty, lefty this, lefty that. Yeah, he's worse against lefties, but he really hasn't been all that bad on the road against lefties. 312 x orbital lefties is not that bad. It's not great, but it's not that bad. If I'm attacking,
you're looking at a 9.
It's a pitcher's ballpark.
Pitcher's ballpark. So listen, if this was Atlanta, it'd be something different, right? Like it'd be hard to pass on Bellinger and Seager if this was in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Oh yeah, totally. I mean, listen, on Saturday or Friday, Saturday or Sunday, whenever our boy Tehran is pitching, the Dodgers are gonna be well rested for that game. So I'm just thinking there's just something to traveling and getting in late, and like you said, you're probably not gonna see the kids when you get in at 4 o'clock in the morning, but the kids are going to be up at 6:30. I have a 2.5-year-old. Guess what?
It's 6 o'clock.
And Daddy's home.
Daddy's home.
Daddy's home. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So, and then so I just if there's a time to catch the Dodgers with full Navich, tomorrow might be the night. Yeah. And like I was saying, all you want is 37 points.
Right. Even if he doesn't get the strikeouts you're looking for, even if he just goes 7 or 8 innings and just gets you a few, like. As long as the Dodgers are not the Dodgers because they're out of it or whatever, then yeah, man. Listen, obviously, I know to clarify, Joe is talking strictly for, and Eric are talking strictly for tournaments. But it makes sense, man. If the Dodgers are going to be popular, which I would imagine they will be, it's a great leverage play. Like you want to talk about getting ahead of the field. How about leveraging? Like, how about a swing? You know what I mean? So, makes sense, man. Makes sense.
Well, also think about this. While we're on this pace, anyway. So
Eric's getting
early
excited,
on,
man. He just straight up stood up. He's getting excited right now.
Just about to throw something. So we talked about Folty being he's averaging almost 9 strikeouts on the road.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about LA coming back and being tired.
Mm-hmm.
His projected Ks early on right now is going to be right around 8. So we talk.
Forget about it. Oh shit.
Oh yeah.
Shit, you can do that.
So yeah. So you're talking 37 points. I mean, you get 32 off of it right there, just off the strikeouts. So yeah, I mean, absolutely, $7,600 and load the shit out of some bats. You'd be golden.
No, I get it. I get it.
So
I get it. For sure.
We'll see. And then Paulie D tomorrow is going to say, man, you're crazy. I wouldn't go there. And you're crazy, bro. You're crazy. He might be, I don't know. He might be saying that. I don't know. He might, or he might be, hey, you know what, Joe? You're okay with that, man. I mean.
Paulie D. That was Paulie 80s.
Oh, shit.
See, I'm working on it. Dude. Remember the other day? I was like, I'm working on it. Trust me. Good. Hey, yo. Hey. I'm telling you. You got to go more like, really got to go East Coast, but yeah, it's kind of.
Oh my God. That is, oh God. Paulie's gonna like that. He's gonna like that.
Yeah, see.
Yo, how about my man? My man woke up early to come on the live stream, and the first thing Joe says in the chat is, "Look at that hair." That's the first thing he says to the guy. The guy obviously looks like he's still tired as shit. He's a zombie. He's coming on the live stream to help our subscribers, and Joe is just waiting there. He's just waiting there, just look at that hair.
I mean, and mind you, it's 3 hours earlier, so it's like I'm up at 6 a.m. every day. So don't, I'm good. I was waiting for you guys. I was like, here we go. This is gonna be good.
Yes, it's funny that you're on the West Coast, so it was actually early morning for you, and me and Paulie, we were just barely keeping our eyes open on the East Coast.
Believe it or not, I don't know about everybody else, but I love the morning. It's just so quiet. There's no screaming kids. You're don't wake up, bro. Don't wake up.
I've been doing these podcasts 5 days a week for the last 3 or 4 months now, so I don't experience morning anymore. You know what I'm saying?
But it's crazy. Even if I were to go to sleep at 2 a.m.,
right?
I'm up at 6. Yeah. My body just wakes me up. It sucks. It really sucks.
I used to be like that until I started doing these podcasts, man. Legit. Regardless, and don't get me wrong, I still don't sleep in late. I just don't sleep much. I'm on team no sleep, but in a different way. I don't stay up all night. I do sleep. It's just I sleep every day for maybe 4 or 5 hours or something, and then I don't know. I wake up. Sometimes I gotta piss. I don't know. I just wake up. I'm just up.
I take naps.
I wake up at 4 o'clock to get ready to go to work just so I can go in early, so I don't have to listen to the kids. My wife is still asleep, and I can get to the office.
Your wife to listen to this.
Look, my wife hates the fact that I play DFS. She wouldn't even know where to find it. But so I just try to get in the office as early as possible, and nobody's there, so I don't have to listen to my boss or nobody else. Oh, it's fantastic. I love mornings. I love mornings.
You guys make having kids sound so fun. Sarcastic.
No, dude, really, it's fantastic. It's just
they're great, but
but we're
selfish. We are selfish. We want our damn time
men
too.
as a species are selfish individuals. Species thing. Men are selfish, and as long as you're willing to admit that, then it's all good. Because you're admitting it, right? It's cool. But you guys get me excited about that. Hashtag no you don't. Luis Severino of the New York Yankees visiting Felix Hernandez of the Seattle Mariners. What you got, Joe?
All right. So I don't really have much of a read on this game just yet. I think that people might go on Felix just for name, but I think that's out of the question. I think that the Yankees could be it's a stack. I really don't know what to think about this game right now. I think Judge is way too expensive. I think I have DraftKings up there actually. Let me get FanDuel prices.
He's still expensive.
Yeah, 4 of 6. He's still expensive. I would probably, if I wanted to go anywhere, I would probably go on the Mariners side right now. I like guys like Gamble and Cano and Seager and Cruz. Seager, they moved his price up finally again at 3.2. And then if you want to get a little crazy, you can go a bottom of the lineup stack And obviously, you can always stack the Yankees. They always have it in them to score that much. But, I mean, Vegas doesn't seem that the total is 4.2 and 3.9. So if you want to, like, go somewhere else, that's fine. You also, if you do want to stack this game, people might not be going there because of the low total. So it might be somewhere to get a little bit different in a tournament.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, what you got here, Eric?
I'm looking. Yeah, I'm seeing Yankees at 4.2, and I also see Seattle. I'm showing Seattle at 3.9.
Right.
So yeah, that's low. But here's here's kind of my thing on that. So the current lineup that you've got, or the current roster, anyway, Hernandez is giving up 4 home runs. If anybody's going to hit a home run tomorrow, it's Sanchez, Judge, Gardner.
Mm-hmm.
So it is a good opportunity to stack on the New York side, especially because they've been just kind of dormant coming out of the break. I do think it's a good opportunity for them to explode. Unfortunately, they're playing in Safeco, so that's not going to be fantastic for them anyway. But yes, Judge is expensive. But with FanDuel screwing up and putting Bruce down at 2,400.
Oh, that's a different slate. That's on our early slate.
Oh yeah, it is. Damn it. Damn it. Look, I had it all in my mind made up. I was like, man, I'm gonna go Bruce and Folty, and then bats.
I'm gonna go Bruce and Folty.
Well, either way.
Put an all-day slate right there. That's
There you
Eric
go,
Keiser.
all-day slate. Eric Keiser,
right there.
Boom. That's it.
Is
Folty,
Bruce,
bats.
Bats.
Judge, Sanchez, Gardner, get it. Yeah, so I mean the game total is what it is.
It is what it is.
I don't think that it's going to be that high. I never think that it's going to be that high when you're playing at Safeco. But I do think that if there's an opportunity for the Yankees to go off, this would be a good opportunity. That's just gonna be me. On the flip side of it, Severino, I just don't like him. So stack against him.
Severino. I don't know if I'd attack the guy. I mean, he gets hit hard. Don't get me wrong.
Just because I don't like him. That's all.
Oh, you just don't like the guy. I get it. I totally get it. Yeah, I'm not crazy about the guy. But
he's a bad person.
He's a bad boy.
What? Because the pine tar thing? That was him. That was Pineda. That was Pineda. That was Pineda, right?
Yeah. So no. In all seriousness, so Severino's averaging almost 11 strikeouts on the road. 13% swing strike rate. His BFIP is negative.
Never mind.
His xOver versus left is 309. xOver versus right is going to be 0.251. This is this is a good spot for him, even though I don't like him.
Yeah,
he may be in my lineup.
Yeah, I think Severino's certainly in play. He's like you said, 11K per night on the road. His xOver is 7.5% better on the road. I think it's interesting. I mean, he's got a low run projection on the other side, and I mean, it's you don't feel like it doesn't make you feel too safe. Like, I don't think that you're playing him in cash over the next guy we're going to talk about, but
well, who would?
Yeah, right. But yeah, I think there's some kind of safety to him, right? Like no? What do you guys?
There is. You could play him over Bum, and probably still cash, because with the numbers that he has, you would have to think that he's at least good for 9-10 strikeouts. He's not really getting hit that hard from his BFIP totals. I have not looked at his SC FIP, but I'm imagining that it's not going to be really all that high either. I think I've got him rated right now at number 2. Yeah, look, his Where did it go? His SC FIP is 347, where you got Bumgarner at 330. So, it's a good spot for him.
If you guys want to know what he's talking about with the BFIP and this SC FIP and all that, we have SC FIP visible on the model. If you want to know what it means,
he's making me hungry. Actually.
BFIP. It's a sour cream FIP.
If you want to know what these things mean, feel free to hit Eric up on Twitter at Eric Keiser. That's Eric ERICKEISER. For those of you who are listening to the audio only version. But seriously, hit him up if you have questions, and he'd be glad to explain what some of these things mean. There's some of the more advanced like Statcast data and some of the newer stats that are available. So just a quick disclosure because everybody probably got hungry when you said BFIP. So I think that, and then the vegans and vegetarians probably got a little nauseous. So he was not talking about food. He was talking about a new stat. I think both pitchers are interesting. Listen, King Felix, like I know if you look at the model, you're gonna see the X open numbers, and it's like, but like it's a really small sample. He was hurt for most of the year. We really don't have much on him. The Yankees have been pretty bad on the road, so that worries me a little bit. But listen, either Felix is gonna be okay and he'll do well, or his X open numbers will prove to be more accurate and he's gonna get rocked. But like the total in this game isn't so encouraging to me. You know what I mean? Like the actual game total, it's just not very encouraging for the bets. Here we go. Mr. Chaucine of the San Diego Padres. I like how I got around that one, right? Visiting Madison Bumgarner of the San Francisco Giants.
It's like saying Joe Dirte.
Great movie, man. I love that movie. I like laughing.
Okay, so yeah, Bumgarner and cash. He is right now looking at this optimizer that I have, and he is by far, just almost 20 points ahead of the next guy. So he's facing a team that strikeouts a lot. It seems like every start that he's made this year has been against the Padres.
Dude, right?
It's so true. Like if you look at his game logs, Padres. Like it's just crazy. Like this is the third time.
Man. Other than the fact that he fell off his dirt bike.
Yeah, the funny thing is though is that they seem. The last inning. The last time out, they scored 3 runs, 7 innings. So it just is on his way back. So I still pitch him tomorrow, strictly for the fact of you're going to go with the herd, and it's his first game back at home too. Pitching, so people are going to want to see him. He's the hometown boy. All those people up in Frisco and those NoCal people that are degenerates, they love them. So, yeah, I'm going to pitch him in cash. Tournaments, I think you can go some places, just like we talked about. Severino, maybe Fulmer, or Duffy, or even our boy, Folty.
Folty!
Yes. By the way, CK.
Yeah.
Your cover boy.
Folty's
the cover boy.
Cover boy.
All right.
We mean.
I want all to see it for the when you throw out watch the podcast and
We don't use the baseball. We just use the podcast image now. So I have to incorporate him into the title somehow.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
So you got to give me a Folty title, bro. Like.
All right.
Again,
okay,
titling the podcast. That's what you do.
Okay.
We can move on if you want to think about it. I'm not going to put you on the spot.
We'll move on. There's not much to move on to. That's the 5th game. But yeah, let's see. Bumgarner, go against him. Other way, Chacin, he's good. He's good at home, and he's really bad on the road. So I would probably, if you want to stack the Giants, you can. But the Giants don't really score much. So I think there's other places to go.
Yeah.
I don't have anything to add. This is a dumb game, and they should play it.
A dumb game.
They should just go ahead. They should just give it up. I'm on Bum all the way. He's rated top as well on our model, and at this point, there's no reason to go off of him unless you just want to be different and give your money to Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have anything.
Yeah, there's just not much you really want here, right? Like, other
yeah,
than
I don't.
that, though.
Yeah, I don't like anybody in this game. I probably won't play anybody in this game bat wise. But I will likely take Bum.
Yeah.
Bum.
No, absolutely. In cash games, it's Bum for exactly why Joe said. Because he's going to be 80-90% owned in cash, and so even if he busts, which he could, you're going to be okay because you're going to have the same lineup build as everybody else. So as long as you're not screwing up and you're playing the all day slate with Jay Bruce for 2,500.
Folty
and Folty
and all your bats.
all the Yankee bats.
All the Yankee
bats. Then you'll be okay.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was fun. Yo, Joe, guess who I pitched 3 pitchers today. Guess who they were?
Cole.
Yes. Okay.
Cole.
Yeah, it's obvious because we were all touting him. So yes, I did play a lot of Cole, which was great.
Gio?
No, I did not play
Mayo?
Gio, but you're close.
Greinke?
No, did not play Green.
I played. Mm.
DeGrom?
Well, he was number 2, which he didn't do all that great.
Okay.
The third guy though, you were close with Gio.
Oh. Meyer?
Yes, I played Alex
Oh,
Meyer.
you did
dude.
really well, right?
7 innings, 7 strikeouts, no earned runs. I threw in some
Did
Meyer
well.
in there with your Doyers.
Yeah.
That worked out.
Nice.
That was cool. But anyway, I just wanted to mention that. And it's funny too because the only reason I looked up Meyer is because I was like, oh, this guy could be good on DraftKings, and then Joy pointed out, obviously, he's not. They cut that slate out of DraftKings, which I don't.
They cut the game. They're
Yeah, they
like,
cut the
oh,
game
well, we
out,
don't
yeah.
care about the West Coast.
Yeah.
Don't even get me started on that again.
Yeah,
I don't want to wake up my
I
family.
know.
Well, I mean, does anybody really care about the West Coast? I'm just asking.
All right. That's okay. No, I'm cool with it. No, seriously,
No,
I'm
we-
cool with
we
it.
love
Everybody
the
wants
West
to
Coast.
move here, though, so I'm
My family's moving there, man. They're moving to San Diego.
It's just because
That's
of the
good. That you're gonna come visit.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be
so-
out there, Joe. We're gonna do it up, man.
That'd be
You have
nice.
to show me around, man. Show me how Patio Joe does it, man. But I don't know if I can hang with you, bro. You scare me sometimes, man. I'm not gonna lie. So,
Yeah.
like some of this stuff.
You can hang with Patio Joe. I just don't know if I have to bring out Audie.
That's the problem, man. I'll never see him coming. He'll just be there. I'll turn around and Audie's right there. And I'm like, no. We'll be in like South Central, and I'll be like, oh no. I'm like, oh,
Well, I'll tell you what. If you're in South Central, you want Audie. You don't want Joe. All right.
I considered saying that I would head out that way and we'll just make it a business trip, but yeah,
one day we will.
I got kids and stuff, man. I can't do all that.
Yeah, of course. But one day we're gonna make it happen. Anyway, man, let's play some Dong Watch because we somehow stretched
do
this
it.
5-game slate and we're at the 48-minute mark.
That's what we do. I knew we were gonna do this. I knew I was gonna.
That's why I was
The
like,
5
okay, we got Eric,
awesome.
great. We let's bring on Joe, and then we'll have ourselves. It'll be a nice little show, regardless. Even if there is.
It'll just be a good old
It'll
time.
just be a good old time. All right.
It'll be a good old.
4K. Now I forgot the rules. 4K or higher. Yeah, 4K or higher. 3K or higher. 2K or higher. Right.
Yeah. So there's only 4 players that are 4K or higher tomorrow. I just want to let you know.
It's gonna be interesting.
Each have one.
We each
have one.
Okay, so that's
Yeah. Who wants to go?
Let's let Eric go
Okay.
first because he's sort of like the guest.
Okay, we'll give it to him.
Oh, he's the guest. Oh, how nice. All right, I'll take Goldie.
Okay, that's
Okay. Yeah.
one down.
No wait.
Oh, you know what?
Is
He's
he
on
the
the
early slate?
right?
Yeah, let me guess.
You're
For the
doing it
2K guy,
again.
you're gonna
I'll
take
take
Bruce.
I was gonna take. Damn it.
Bro, you definitely need to play the all-day slates.
You do. Something's telling you to play the all-day slate. Goldie,
Yeah.
freaking
Jay Bruce.
Fucking Bruce.
Folty.
The Mets.
Best.
The Mets, or Yankees. Yeah, look, I can't even get the damn team right. It's too late over here. I'm gonna go.
That's New York discrimination. Not all New Yorkers are the same, okay? The Mets and Yankees are different teams, okay? I understand they're both in New York, but yeah.
All right,
Not the same.
I hate to do this to you, but I'm gonna take Miggy tomorrow.
Okay,
Okay.
you got me there. Okay. He definitely got me there. Thought I was good. All right, Joe, go ahead.
I'm gonna take Corey Seager.
All right, so you guys might want to just tell me who the guys are. I'll judge. Boom. I know I
That's
just
good.
said I don't want to target against Felix, but I literally have no choice. There's one other guy, and I'm gonna take Judge. So, Eric, 3K or higher?
3K or higher, I am going to go with Freeman.
Ready,
This
Freeman?
was a good day to go first, huh? Although he's questionable, he might not play. Did he get hurt? He left the game today.
He left the game, but he left the game with an illness.
Oh, he had the shits.
So,
he had the shits.
remember the panties in his wad?
He had
and
the
ran
shit.
He had the
on
shits.
and-
That's what he had. He had the Hershey squares, bro. That's what he
Right.
had.
If I can't take Freeman, I'm taking Jay Bruce. Damn it, I'm taking him. Taking his ass. I'm gonna find a way to get him into the main slate, and then
You let me know how that works, man.
I'm gonna call FanDuel real quick.
You let me know how that works. All right, but we'll give you Freeman though, assuming that he plays. Who you got, Joe?
Chris Davis, first baseman.
Oh yeah, I like that. Give me Trumbo, man. He really screwed everybody today, didn't he? But I'm gonna go back to the well against Cole Hamels. I'm not a Cole believer, man. Ever since he made that comment about the Mets when he was in the Phillies, this has nothing to do with being a homer, but like he dominated the Mets, and then he said something about the Mets sucking. This was years ago when he was in the Phillies, and then ever since then the Mets just owned him, and it's just like ever since then I just laugh whenever I see his name. And so yeah, I'm gonna go Trumbo. All right, 2K or higher, Eric.
Assuming that he plays, which he's played a lot here recently, I'm gonna take Miguel Andujar.
Who the hell is that?
He said, "Who the hell is that?" Well, he's batting. He's got a 500 ISO, a 611 xOBA.
What is he bat? He had 2 at bats or something. This guy.
Who does he play for? I don't even know who.
He plays for the Yanks, bro.
Yankees.
The Yankees? Okay. Okay.
Well, you know
Alright,
what? He's probably not going to play because Frazier's most likely going to play. I mean, you could ride with it if you want. It's cool, but
Well, that's why I said if he plays. But let me just go ahead and just not take him then. And let's see who we want to roll with.
Jay Bruce.
I do want to go Jay Bruce.
I'm sure you do. I'm sure Patio does too. I would like to go Jay Bruce too.
I mean, this is just absolutely unfortunate that I can't get there. Hold on, I'm looking through my folks here. I'll take that Matt Adams.
Okay. Yeah, you're not a homer, not at all. He just confesses to us he's a Braves fan. He takes 2 Braves. All right, Joe, what you got, bro?
Like Napoli.
Napoli, I got it quick. I like Napoli, I do. Especially against the lefty.
Miley.
Give me McCann. I'm gonna go with the lefty smasher against Duffy. James McCann of the Tigers. Assuming he plays, but JD Martinez is out. They're gonna need all the help they can get against these lefties now. Don't forget, for those of you who are listening who are not members of WiseTake, we have a promo code for podcast listeners only. We really appreciate you guys listening. So because of that, we want to show you that appreciation. We don't advertise the promo code anywhere else but the podcast. So the only way that you must have found it is either the podcast or I guess word of mouth, but most likely the podcast. So the promo code is podcast, PODCAST. You get 20% off either, whichever of the packages you want. We have a day pass, we have a week pass, and a month pass. Obviously, the month pass has the most value. But other than that, we really appreciate you guys for listening. Eric, Joe, thanks for coming on, man. It was a lot of fun. We only had 5 games, and we stretched it out because, like you said, Joe, that's what we do. And it was fun. I had a good time with you guys, man.
Mm-hmm. Well, we had fun with you.
Yes.
Yeah. We did have fun with you.
Yes. This would be like if I can somehow put a GIF up here, it would be that 3 best friends GIF, like like
When we're the
Hangover.
3 best friends,
Friends that anyone could have. 3.
Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? All right, but yeah, that's pretty much. If you're watching on YouTube, please click that thumbs up. That like button means a lot to us. If you're listening on Podbean, give us a follow. If you're listening on iTunes, subscribe to the channel and give us some 5-star reviews. Bump us up those charts. We're trying to get this thing going as always. And again, listen, if those of you who subscribe to WiseTake, we appreciate you, and we will see you tomorrow for sure for the live streams. We'll have Joe's Cash Game article. The model will be running, which means Eric's gonna be working. we'll be there for you. And those of you who aren't, who are just podcast listeners, we appreciate you too. If you ever want to give us a shot, it's wisetake.com. Don't forget the promo code. Anyway, for Eric, for
one last thing.
Yes.
One last thing. Those of you that just watch on the YouTube channel, Thursday nights, guess who's gonna host?
Oh, yes.
That's right.
I cannot
Patio
believe I forgot
Joe
to mention
tomorrow
this.
night.
Tomorrow night,
I'm hosting.
Patio Joe is going to be hosting. So I'm not going to be on a show. It's going to be Patio Joe. And for the first time, we're bringing on a new guest, one of our newer writers, one of our newer contributors. He writes the Exit Velocity article, The Hitters Fast and Furious. I'm talking about the Real Slim Gady. You can find him on Twitter at Real Slim Gady, Gaede. But yeah, it's Patio Joe's house tomorrow, bro. Patio Joe show. So I would.
That's right.
I'd recommend.
That's right.
I'd recommend it, and it's the last show before the weekend too, right? Isn't it? Oh man,
that's right.
It's the last show before the weekend, which means it's the last time they're gonna see you before your party.
Right, and then they'll maybe see me on the live stream coming in and still tripping balls.
Oh,
okay, for Eric, for Joe, myself, as always, good luck.
Peace.